Hello, welcome to chapter 17, and let us begin. It's a very interesting chapter, I like it. In early ancient mankind, Tao has been in existence in one's true nature. In early ancient mankind, we are talking about early ancient mankind. The person, the being that wrote these teachings knows something about early ancient mankind, which is surprising, right? Because how would he even know what happened in early ancient mankind? And yet he chooses to share with us this knowledge. Makes you wonder who even wrote these teachings in the first place, or in with which where is this knowledge even coming from? But anyway, they are telling us something that happened in those days. In early ancient mankind, Tao has been in existence in one's true nature. Alright, so the Tao actually was in existence in everybody's true nature. This is reminding me of an infant. You know, they already said in an earlier chapters that an infant has the pureness of the Tao. So in a similar fashion, when humanity was in its early baby in its infancy, when it was in its infancy, then it acted as an infant, and the Tao was in existence with everybody's true nature. Men possess it without knowing. I also want to point out that when the word it is with a capital I, it's when people write about the divine, sometimes they choose to use capital letters. So this was the choice in this text, and also every time I use the term Tao as well, it's a capital T to remind us, to hint us of the divinity of what we're even talking about here. So men possess it, this divine thing, without knowing. Basically, all of us possess it. The Tao is within each and every one of us. Remember from the first chapter, the Tao is in everything. It's within you, within me, with every object. It's everything and nothing. You know, the Tao. Every man has the Tao within himself. He only needs to find it. One then acts with virtue and honor, which is inferior to Tao. And I think it's a very interesting sentence, because a surprising one, because they say that one acts with virtue and honor, and this is inferior to the Tao. And this may be surprising, but if you remember, we already talked about honor, and honor is inferior to the Tao because honor is surprising. Remember from earlier chapters, honor is surprising. It's something that makes you fearful from losing it, and once you lose it, you are saddened, and it's not part of the way of the Tao. That's why it's inferior to Tao. The less superior is to act with fear. All right, so Tao, acting in accordance with Tao, that's the highest level in which one can act, a ruler or any person. A lower level than that is with honor. Honor, acting with honor, is inferior to being one with the Tao, but it's still a high level of a ruler or a person. All right? And even inferior than acting with honor is acting with fear. Once you go to this lower vibration of fear, it's even and act upon it, you know, execute actions that behind the scenes the reasoning is fear, then this would be much superior to acting due to honor, and obviously this would be inferior to being the reasoning would be the Tao, the love of others, that everyone is like you, that we are all one, all this mindset, that's the highest level of reasoning to act. And the least superior is to act with disgrace. All right, so disgrace is the opposite of honor. So honor is basically a tool. You can use it and do positive things with it. I mean, act in an honorable way. But you can also do negative things with it and act in a disgraceful way. But it's still these ideas of actions that involve other people's ideas about us. You know, if I act in a certain way because of honor, because I want to be considered an honorable person, then I'm too much into this whole idea of worrying about what other people think about me. And this is low consciousness, low vibration activity. All right, we are interested in the Tao because the Tao enables us to be in high vibration, high consciousness, and not even worry about what other people think. We are much more worried about serving humanity in the ways that by serving ourselves in acting with the Tao. Uh, this occurs because one does not have enough faith and hence has no confidence. So basically, what they're saying is the importance of faith. This is a standard, a standard theme that again we see in many other religions and philosophies. This concept of faith. Basically, they're saying the Tao. You cannot feel the Tao. You cannot see the Tao. You cannot hear the Tao. The Tao is this elusive thing that you can't really reach it. When you follow it, you can see it. It's always elusive, and because of that, you need to have faith. You need to still believe in it. You need to still believe in the Tao, even though you don't have real live, proofs that could be seen in a lab. Even though all of that, you still need to have faith in the Tao, and that's the faith that they're talking about. And if you don't have enough faith, then you don't have enough confidence in these teachings, and then you don't necessarily act in accordance with them because maybe they are right, maybe they are wrong. You don't have the confidence that is required to act with the Tao, and that might lead to these lower level activities, either acting with honor or acting with fear or even acting with disgrace if you or any other person is not one with the Tao. The nature of Tao is distinguished by wordless teaching and with the natural act of virtue without action. This is a beautiful sentence because they're talking about wordless teaching. You know, I talk a lot in this course, I talk and talk and talk, but the teaching itself is wordless. It's without words, it's with action. The real teaching, the real leader, is a person who acts according with the Tao. Other people see it and learn the lessons they need to learn. This is the real guidance, the real action that is required by a master. And that's what they're trying to tell us in this chapter. Instead of worrying too much about honor and all of that, or what the other people think, worry more about this wordless teaching, this wisdom, and act upon it. This natural act of virtue. This is the natural way you should behave. Everyone should behave. This is the natural way. This is all other activity, all other when you deal with other things like ego and honor and all this stuff, and obviously lower level activities like fear and stuff like that. When you worry too much about those things, this is earthly low consciousness activities, not the act of virtue that is natural to you, this high level consciousness that you really are. As such, people would act effortlessly and harmonize with the nature Tao. Alright, so you can really harmonize with the Tao once you follow the path that we are talking about here.